Okay.
All right. Random.
What up?
Bro.
What's up?
You know how they say everybody look like somebody? Who people tell you look like? Let's get it out the way.
Boris Kojo,
Get out the way.
I hate it.
I'm talking about her,
Oh.
and you annoying. Like,
Okay.
bro, like you on
No,
like
you
you
asked
too
me.
ready for that. Now we seen planned. Like how you have an answer just lined up like that?
I get that all the time.
Do they for real?
Thank you, cuz. I'll be
Yes.
everywhere. They be like, Boris?
I've never
I'm
looked
like,
at Jeremy and be like, oh yeah, Boris Kojo. And you have an
'Cause you're a
athletic
hater.
build and a bald head. And
you're a
I
hater.
see
It's
it.
okay.
No, you don't look like Boris Kojo.
Anyway,
Anyway,
to
I
answer
don't-
your
I don't-
question.
If you want me to tell you the difference,
Shamar
it's
Moore?
just a
You was
number
thinking
and less
Shamar?
in numbers.
Probably Shamar.
Like,
That's
Shamar.
probably
I get that
if
too.
Boris Kojo is a 10 or 9, just subtract 2. Like you like my boy ain't ugly. Like God blessed him, but Boris is like different.
So I got
you know
another.
what I'm saying? Like,
So I got another guy. I think it'd be good for the podcast. I think I'm gonna hit him
Okay.
up. My man said,
I'm on another level. 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 I'm on another level.
wherever he at,
Somebody that's not
you
a
just
hater.
drop it. Like this is how we stay humble. We can't go to the next level thinking that we look like Boris.
I never
Like,
said that. You asked me a question.
Who do
you
people think you look like?
They get me mixed up between
I was
He don't
Boris.
think he look like that.
He was
He
asking
don't
Crystal.
think he looks
Yeah,
like that.
I felt like I look like this guy named Jeremy.
Yeah.
What happened to the
I'm
Shamar
one of-
comment?
I'm
though?
one of a kind.
What happened to
Because
That's
Shamar?
what people say.
Oh, they say
that's what
Shamar
the people
too?
Yes,
say.
that's why people hate so much on LeBron James. Oh, he think he never said he was the greatest. He never, when he came into the league, they crowned him. ESPN crowned him king. Slam Magazine crowned him king. The NBA crowned him king. Bron was like, yo, I'm trying to hoop. I'm just trying to do what I do.
Well, the
And that's
truth
that's
is-
who I am. So when people be like, yo, you look like Shamar Moore, I'm like, yo, you look like Boris Kojo. I'm like, man, I look like me.
That's tough.
So when you ask, but you weren't asking me, you was
That's-
asking Crystal.
that's facts.
My bad.
I don't
Okay.
have an answer for you because nobody tell me I look like nobody.
Just
Because
keep
you
it
one of a
100.
kind, cuzzo.
I'm gonna say 3 words right now and tell me it don't come to your mind.
You a hater?
Yes.
Oh, you support? Like,
Yes.
first of all, I'm glad y'all hated on me anyway, because it wasn't 3 words, it was 4.
You know,
It's actually the same words,
You
just 4
are-
times.
math ain't for
hater.
everybody. It's okay though.
Baby, 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 baby.
No, I don't.
Oh, wait, that's 5.
I love her,
Baby,
but no, I
baby,
don't.
baby, baby,
I'm
baby.
sorry, who's singing that song?
Ashanti. She don't look like
Oh, yeah.
Ashanti.
No.
Bro, you're wildin'.
Though my days are cool
No.
without you.
Bro, yes.
I'm hurting now
Bro,
with you? No,
she don't look like Ashanti?
Yeah, no, she
And with the
don't.
hat on?
Bro, I saw it. Bro, it was a few weeks ago. I saw you with a different angle. We was
But I'm
chopping
waiting,
it up.
I'm waiting
and
for
I
you
was
to,
just like,
but I'm waiting
ooh.
for you to tell Crystal wherever Ashanti is, she go down.
I go up. You mean I go up?
Oh, give me some.
Ooh, and as she looked in
Ooh.
with them lashes.
I can't take nothing away from her. Like Ashanti, her ain't got no, it ain't no better or
But it's a big gap between me and Boris. I never said I was Boris.
It's not a big gap.
Yeah.
It's just a gap. It's
Yep.
not like the same thing.
Yep.
Like I don't look like nobody, but I also realize that I'm a 7. You know what I'm saying? So like my 10 is gathered from different parts. But if we just going on first impression, like, cause I got homeboys that are like 10s, and I'm just like, bro, I don't look like him.
Character, morals, those bump
but I
you
can
up.
get you there. I'm different for sure.
Hey,
but if we just going on first impressions, you done seen another me before.
Yeah, cut the cameras on.
Oh,
Let's,
you don't
let's
like
start. Let's start.
start
'Cause this is
over.
foolishness.
What's up?
Oh, are we rolling? Is this rolling?
Bro, this is it.
Oh,
Bro.
this is ignorant stuff.
Bro.
This is not next level. This is
Bro,
real life.
what's
This is
wrong?
ignorant.
Random. I told
No,
y'all.
because I don't need people to come in the chat like, bro, don't nobody tell you you don't look like Boris and I get pissed. Because I don't be making this stuff up. That's what's going to happen.
Bro, it's fine.
No.
Bro, let it happen.
We're not doing that.
No.
This is foolishness.
CJ, look at this, look it over, and just let Jeremy know that I was right. Like, I understand, like, at the end of the day, I'm going whatever y'all decide.
Yeah, I'm
but
going
CJ,
to
let
call
CJ know.
Patrick. I'll fly Patrick in next week for the podcast.
Oh, who is Patrick? I ain't even heard the name. I don't even know my replacement.
That's one of my homies.
That's
He's good.
crazy.
Patrick Star.
You know Jeremy for 20 plus years, and you don't even know the person he replaced you.
No, it's good.
Oh
Yo,
man,
you're good.
yeah, he
You're
just
good.
connected.
No,
Don't worry.
He looked just like you though.
Let me tell you how loyal.
Oh, okay. That's who you look
He
like.
just
I caught that.
an
I caught that
So
too.
you're replacing-
Everybody got somebody look. He look better than me.
It's 8.
He look better than me. She said, I don't even know
But he's gonna
Patrick.
level up always.
She said, I don't even know
me tell you
Patrick.
something.
No, hear me out.
That's
She
probably the
said-
realest statement she said all
Bro,
day.
but listen to what
She
she
said,
just
I'm gonna
said.
level up.
But
I'm
listen to
definitely
what she
not gonna
just
go
said.
from a 7 to
You're
a 6.
definitely not gonna go from a 7 to a 6.
But I never said you was a 7.
Right.
You know what? That's fair.
I'm on your heart, bro. The words say, God, man, look at the outside. God, look at the
Yeah.
inside. You
And
an
that's the
11.
reason.
You an
Yeah.
11,
Bro,
dog.
if this was anything
Listen
other
to me.
than
Let me
look,
give you your
Right.
flowers. You an 11, dog.
bro, my
Yeah.
look.
That's why you on this podcast.
That's dope.
I know a lot of people,
Yeah.
bro, but you somebody I could trust. And that's
Facts.
no cap. Crystal, you
Facts.
somebody I
Yeah.
can trust.
Facts.
I ain't got to worry about something dumb
Yeah.
happening. Y'all getting caught up in something a year from now. You know what I'm saying? And they come back. Like, I
Yep.
was very meticulous about
Yeah.
this. And when I presented both of y'all names to Tracy, she was like, brilliant. I'm like, Psh, I know.
That's-
Actually, I was like, praise God. Because if
Praise
she'd have been
God.
like, nah,
You know
that
it
ain't
ain't gonna
it,
work. It ain't
I'd have
it.
been hurt because
Yeah.
we not in one accord.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nah, for real, man, look at the outside, God look at the inside.
Dope.
But my question is, why do you think you're a 7? Even not compared to nobody else. 'Cause
Like-
you can't
like-
compare yourself to nobody else.
I'm talking about just like first impression, like looks.
Yeah.
So there's like little stuff we used to do in college and different stuff like that. And I always want people around me to have their self-esteem to be on point, right? And so I use myself as an example a lot when it comes to people because I don't lack confidence. But I'm also a realist. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm around a group of guys and somebody is more physically attractive to me or more physically compelling, I realize that there's a different level. Like that might be a next level that he's on.
Yeah,
that
but
I'm not
beauty is
on.
an eye beholder.
it's-
Let's move
No,
on. This,
I see what y'all doing, but then we're not keeping it a stack in terms of first
because
impression.
some people might
I'm
look
not saying
and
I'm-
say,
I'm
no,
just-
I think he's a 10, or I think he's a
11.
I agree, and
Some people might say that to you.
wait,
Exactly.
you
But if
agree?
you're saying
You
you're a
agree that you're a
7,
10, but you just said you're a 7.
No, I'm saying I agree. I've heard that before too.
Maybe we should
But-
talk about self-worth.
but they don't have
in
the
this
same
episode.
perspective.
self-worth.
Self-esteem, yes.
Maybe we should talk about self-worth.
I mean, it is what it is, but my self-confidence is not based on just how I
But
look.
your
But you
self-confidence
just
is based
said-
on,
I'm
He's
saying first
contradiction.
impressions.
Right.
What did I say?
But it's based, you're comparing other people into how you see yourself.
In terms of first impressions. This is just based off of time and people's perception, off of people's first impressions of certain. I have a few friends that people see for the first time, it's like, oh my goodness, he's gorgeous. Like it consistently happens. And so you see it, and then
They say
somebody.
you gorgeous, dog?
I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me
I
at all.
ain't mad
I'm
at
not
you.
talking about me at all.
I ain't mad at
People
you.
talk about my eyes. They talk about my beard. But I'm not just a.
Hey, no cap. When he flew in a few weeks ago, before we started, I asked him, I said, where the beard at, dog? But you said you was going to grow into it.
For sure.
I love it.
For sure.
Hey, but you know what we really talking about, though? We're not just talking about like ourselves. We're talking about other people's perception of us.
Yeah.
And one of the men, shout out to my brother B, man. Y'all see the shirt. Y'all know what it is.
Shout out to B, man.
Man, we're going to talk about him
miss
today,
you,
too.
bro.
One of the quotes he said one time we were speaking in schools, and I'm not sure where he got it from, but he said, talking about like accepting and people accepting us, whatever. He said, if you live for their acceptance, you'll die from their rejection. If you live for people's acceptance, you know what I'm saying, you'll die from their rejection. And it's crazy, man, because when I think about that today,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and all the different quotes and the legacy, the life he lived, like that's really what he, like when you talk about like next level living, like that's really what he did.
Facts.
Like Crystal, like my man would be like, everywhere he went, he was quick to serve, quick to speak life, quick to help others. And somebody was like, well, what if this don't work out? What if people don't rock with you? Like, what if whatever? And I remember my man was just like, yo, if you live for their acceptance, you'll die from their rejection. So he was like, yo, don't even worry about them accepting you.
Yeah.
You just do you. You just love yourself. So because people watching this,
Yeah.
they know we joking,
Yeah.
but they might feel like, am I a 10, am I a 8, am I a 6 or 7? Like, yo, you love yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be a dime in your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You should be a dime in your eyes.
I
You
like
know what I'm
that.
saying?
I like that.
You should love yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't see yourself on that level, how do you expect other people to see themselves on that level?
And you know
what
what?
I'm saying?
He learned that. He
Yeah.
learned that. Unfortunately, some people don't learn until after they are,
Man,
After
I think B in a sense was before his time, man. So for those of y'all that don't know, man, our brother, me and Mike's brother, our partner, our friend, Brian Thomas, man, he passed tragically March 28th. This is actually coming up on, 3 months from his passing in a car accident. And I think what makes his story so painfully unique, so let me get some backstory, Crystal. So when I was traveling on the Grace Tour, we'd be in our Sprinter van, traveling all over the country. He traveled with me, gave his life to God, was out making an impact. And he had a big heart, man. We'd be in group homes, homeless shelters, detention centers, prisons. Mike, you know, you pull up wherever we was at. And the whole time we was traveling and speaking and blessing people and encouraging them and ministering, he was still dealing with a court case from when he was trapping, because we both lived a similar lifestyle.
Yeah.
Except truth be told, when I got out, he went in even deeper and got to a level I wasn't even on. And when you get to a certain level, like, they not really on some, hey guys, I gave my life to God, I'm gonna start moving work.
Ain't no 2-week notice in that.
Yeah, ain't no 2-week notices in that space. Facts. And so when he hit the reset button, got baptized, gave his life to God, brought him on tour with me after I saw him being diligent in where he was. Matter of fact, let's talk about that. Do you remember what his first job was when he first got baptized?
Oh.
Bible worker, bro.
Oh, wow.
Oakwood University Church.
Wow.
During the summertime, Crystal.
What?
That's crazy.
In Alabama.
Hot.
Wait,
Hot.
what?
Yes.
And
Not-
humid.
Humid, hot. And my man went from booming in the streets, making money, tens of thousands of dollars a week, like booming. Like went from that to knocking on doors. You got a minute? Can I pray with you? Let me tell you about God.
Wow.
Here's your track. We got a revival coming up. And when I saw him go from the fast cash to money to saying, man, forget the money, I'm on a mission. Yeah. I was like, ooh. So I just sat back and watched. And I think that's where some people go wrong, is they think Brian just got this opportunity. Yeah. Like in that first Grace Tour video, I had a line. I was like a bar, and it just slipped out. Jabin was filming, and he was like, "Yo, you know, why did you choose B?" And I was like, "Yo, everybody asking me why I chose B to go on tour." I was like, "I chose B because B chose God." And it was just that simple. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And he just ran with it. So I kind of want to talk about being his life today, because he was different, man.
He was different.
Like Crystal, like, I mean,
I'm ready to hear about him. Was he on a tour with you in Riverside when I saw you?
yes.
Okay.
So
Okay,
that
I
was
do
him.
remember him.
Yes,
Okay.
that was him.
Wow.
And I don't know if he was married to Sophie then, because we actually toured twice in Cali.
Yeah.
I forgot you was there for that.
Yeah.
That's right, yes. So yeah, he was with us. And matter of fact, that trip was special. Our first time in Riverside, Cali, which is like not too far from LA, our bus broke down, the tour bus, our sprinter van, right when we pulled into the city. And there was a family there. This is sideway. This is why we got shot for that next level. There was a family, a husband. The husband was a dentist. The wife was an OBGYN. And they found out that our van broke down. It was like 12 grand to get it fixed. And they was like, yo, we got it.
What?
And they dropped the bread right there.
You lying.
Bro, let me tell you something. That did something inside my brain. That's what like really moved me towards a desire, a need to be wealthy.
Wow.
Because I know how it feels to be on the receiving end. So people be like, man, Jeremy, you and Tracy give so much. Y'all are so quick to bless other people. We've been on the other side.
Yeah.
We've been on the other side of like, all right, we out here with our team doing God's work, ministering, speaking, motivating, going to prisons, detention centers, group homes, schools. But now the van broke down and we stuck all the way in Cali.
That's crazy.
And somebody coming and write the check.
That's wild.
So when I remember saying, yo, God, like, this the level I'm at now, but that next level, I want to be the one that can do the same.
Yeah. You know
what I'm
what?
saying?
And I've seen you do that without anyone paying attention to you doing that. It's like I've seen you take care of other people's checks and nobody's paying attention. You did that just because it was from the heart. Nobody's filming, nobody's doing any of that.
Facts.
You just did it. And I was like, wow. You know, like, of course, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
And he looks to do it. He looks to be a blessing. It's almost like it's intentional. Like it's next level. Like that's exactly what it is. And I just want you to know, like, from people that look at you, who are inspired by you, who look up to you, like that means a lot to us because it pushes us, even in the space that we're in, to do the same for other people too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've been in that place. I've been to restaurants where I've seen like, and not stereotyping, not judging, but you can tell like this single mom, super stressed out.
Yeah.
She's got 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I secretly pay this meal and slip out, you know what I'm saying? Like, what that's gonna do for her faith. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on that receiving end. Like, I know how it feels to struggle and to be check to check and hoping something come through. And so, you know, I guess I've been able to do that, and I love it. That gives me more joy than anything. That'd be like the highlight of my day. And I slip out, I don't want nobody to know.
Yep.
I try to be real slick with it, you know what I'm saying, and slip out and do that. You know what
You
I'm
were
saying?
trying to be slick.
Yeah.
You were.
You talking about a specific time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about we went out to dinner that one time.
Yeah.
Oh, you seen that?
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah.
think we didn't see him tell the waitress that we would stay longer after we was done eating.
Yeah,
Just so
because-
he could let them
just so they
order.
could order,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like they had an order. She was like, I don't have a bill to create for you. He was like, oh, we'll just chill for a
We'll
little
just
bit.
wait until they
I'm over here
order.
eating like, bro, we been done. Kids getting restless. Like, you ready to go? Like, what we
But it
doing?
didn't matter.
Hey,
He
Jackson-
told them, yeah.
Jackson was going to tear that
lit.
restaurant up, too.
Jackson was having a ball. He making it rain with them napkins. Up the table. I'm like, Jackson, we got all this space. What we doing? All right.
Oh, that's my
Yeah.
God. But no,
But
but
you
it
know,
feels...
and then we don't go to dinner with you often, like that often. But the times we do go, we see your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been on the receiving end. And you know, but we always talk about Q. God blesses us to be a blessing to others. You know what I'm saying? So we want to always be able to be in that position. But that's one thing I used to see with B. Let me talk about B again. Watch
Talk
this.
about my God, man.
I remember the first time he came back to the bus. I'm like, dog, where your shoes? My man got a whole outfit, but he ain't got no shoes on. I'm like, dog, where your shoes at? He's like, man, bro, had some, you know what I'm saying, bro, told me he liked my J's. I'm like, dog, just because he complimented you on on your J's, he wasn't asking for them. He's like, yeah, but he probably ain't gonna never get to be able to afford no J's. I got plenty of shoes. Wow. I remember thinking like, bro, you different.
Wow.
One time we was at a group home speaking. My man Nat Burhay, shout out to Nat Burhay. When he got drafted, he played for the New York Giants. I think he's with the Pittsburgh Steelers now. But Nat, his mom and his family, they own a lot of group homes. So we was like, yo, we gonna be in LA. We gonna pull up at one of the group homes and we speaking. I walked out. You know what I'm saying? B walked back with the beater on, like the tank top. I'm like, bro, where your shirt at? He's like, yeah, bro told me, you know what I'm saying? Little man told me he liked my shirt. And I'm thinking like, bro, I can't. So that's why when you see a lot of the Grace Tour videos, he got like the beater on, like the tank top, or he ain't got no shoes.
Facts.
People probably be looking like, why my man ain't got a shirt on? Why
Guess
my
he will
man?
give somebody the shirt off his back.
Right.
Literally.
That's
Yeah.
it. I'm glad ain't nobody compliment his pants.
Oh no!
You feel me? Hey, bro, I like them jeans, dog.
This podcast gonna be called Next Level Stripping. What is going on? Like,
Stupid. Stupid. But seriously
for
though,
real, he had that heart, man.
yeah, that was his heart, man. And when he passed, man, that thing was like a major blow. I'll never forget getting a call from Sophie that night. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, he's gone. It's like my whole world stopped, bro. I can do nothing but just, cry in the bed with Tracy. I was actually gonna, I'll end the show. Q, let's end the show with the tribute video he made. Because if we started with it, I wouldn't have been able to get to the show. We'd be done. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't even be able to get through the show. Yeah. But at the end of it, we'll show the tribute video so people can really feel who he was. But I wanted to talk about him since we're coming up on, the 3-month anniversary of his passing, to really talk about like just the life he lived and the impact he made. Because people don't realize that while he was traveling with us, he was still dealing with a court case. Yeah. We talked about that on other episodes, how we'd be like, man, God, why would you do this to me? But it's like, yo, you made some mistakes. So even though he gave his life to God, was making an impact, he still had this case that was hanging up and over his head. And this was like felony number 3. Jeez. So you already know what time it is, like 3 strikes and you out. Yeah. But he was still faithful, he was still traveling, went to the judge, God worked a miracle. If anybody don't believe in prayer, like you got city council member, you got pastors, you got teachers, principals flying in from all over the country to speak on his behalf. What you call that person? The prosecuting attorney, dog.
That was crazy.
Do you remember what the prosecuting attorney said?
About the paperwork?
About the paperwork.
Yes, bro.
Tell the people real quick, dog. How it didn't come through?
Like,
go ahead.
This is a person that is trying to get him put away.
Right. That's their job. Their job is to convict.
So I need y'all to understand, because we might start telling this, you be like, oh, they meant defense attorney. No, we're not. We mean prosecutor.
Right.
The person that is in charge of making sure that he gets the maximum time that they can go for is literally like chuckling, because they're in disbelief that the stuff that they put forth isn't coming to pass. But they literally sent the facts. They couldn't get what they needed, the paperwork, over to give him the maximum time. Like, this dude would have spent 30 plus years in jail. Basically, it's in prison, excuse me. It's his life.
Right.
Like, and because his paperwork doesn't come, that maximum time is just it's just terminated. Like,
and here's the crazy thing. While we're sitting there, like, it's a thing. It's on the news. Like, this is a big case because he had made a name for himself as being like a pioneer in the community, like serving, speaking, traveling across the country. Him and his wife, Sophie. Shout out to Sophie. Love you, sis.
Love you.
You know what I'm saying? You stuck with us for life now, Soph. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, saw the force that he was. Like, he was a force. Like, this brother was a powerful speaker, had a powerful testimony. Everybody saw how he changed his life. But now it's like, you got this case, like, it's been sitting up for 3 years, and he's just traveling, changing lives, baptizing people in the communities, like, mind-blowing stuff. But after all the testimonials, all the principals, all the teachers, all the pastors, all the city council members, people known in the city and abroad, testify on his behalf, bro, this is what had the whole courtroom in tears, Crystal. The prosecuting attorney says, Your Honor, I've never had an issue to get paperwork from Georgia. Now, the case is happening in Alabama.
Yeah, true.
But this felony was in Georgia. She's like, it's been years, and for whatever reason, I cannot get the paperwork from them. I've never had this problem. Typically, it takes a couple of days. So the judge is like, well, what's the problem? The prosecuting attorney is like, I don't know, but I'm glad that we didn't get it because this young man doesn't deserve to live the rest of his life in prison. Wow. Bro, we was done. Like, folks is in there bawling their eyeballs out. The prosecutor was like, Your Honor, I'm glad the paperwork didn't come in. Because after hearing you feeling it too? Yeah. After hearing all of these testimonies, this young man is obviously different. Yeah. He doesn't deserve to live the rest of his life in prison. Wow. And they end up working a miracle because with trafficking charges, you're not even supposed to be eligible for work release. They gave him work release. So he still had to go to jail and be locked up for 3 years, but they let him out to work, so many hours per day. And even though they take 95% of that, so you're really working for free, which a lot of people say is modern day slavery. That's a whole nother issue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But can I just talk about the grit? Yeah. Do you know what he got his wife when he finally got out?
Bro, the whip.
How?
Dumb.
How?
Bro.
How you working so hard? First off, can I just brag on my boy for a little bit?
Bro, please talk on B, bro.
Yo, my man was, first off, everywhere he went, he excelled. Yeah. He like a modern day Joseph.
No, bro, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Joseph got stripped from his family, sold into slavery by his brothers, was in Potiphar's house, ended up being the best, the top dog, then got lied on by Potiphar's wife, then ended up in prison, became the ruler over the prison before he finally got out. Brian worked at a car wash. They worked him like a Hebrew slave. Yeah. My man become management, put together a whole marketing and branding plan on how to increase the sales of the car wash.
He's different,
I'm thinking like, bro, you just a car washer. He like, bro, every place God put me, I'm gonna be phenomenal.
Facts.
So I'm not only am I gonna be the best doggone car wash person, not only am I gonna make 10 times what they paying me and the court system take from me, not only am I'm gonna make 10 times more of that through tips because I'm savage like that, because I'm a man of God, like he was different. Yeah. And not only was he making stupid money at the car wash from the tips, because people were so overwhelmed, like, bro, you phenomenal. Yeah. Bro, you different. So they giving him all these extra tips. Yeah. Then when not only that, but he put together a marketing plan, flyers, had people redoing the logo for the car wash to show them how they can increase their sales. There's somebody, y'all, that's in work release.
That's crazy.
And would get locked up and would leave there and go back and sleep on an iron bench overnight and come right back and be out in the hot sun. Phenomenal.
That's crazy.
Next level living. That's why I felt like this podcast episode will be great, a tribute to him, because he different. He epitomized what next level living was. And then they left from that and took him to Moe's. Welcome to Moe's!
Bro, I used to love seeing him there, bro.
As soon as you walk in, boy, that smile on his face.
And he was still keeping up with our push-ups in our chat. Our push-ups and our 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 crunches a week.
Tell the people about that. So, that's why my chest so big, so, I'm gonna take credit for that.
Y'all, this came with the shirt, first of all. It's just like, as soon as he told me we had next level shirts, I was like, I look different.
Make it bounce.
What?
Yeah, you'll open the door for them.
That's the arrows.
You can come through this way.
That's the arrow. Don't worry about that. They just moving
No,
up.
but tell them about the most.
But seriously, we have a group chat. It's accountability group, and for a lot of people that don't know, we it's 5 of us, 5 or 6 of us, including B. We all been in this chat for a few years, and we've had some people be interchanged out of there, but we're all a close circle. But it's a no. You come in, willing,
no excuses.
but it's a no excuse group chat.
Tell them what it is, though.
Like so it's a trill. It's the trill push up challenge group
Every week.
Every week,
1,000
by
push-ups.
Sunday midnight,
Okay.
you
And
have to
1,000
do
crunches.
1,000 push-ups and 1,000 crunches for the whole group.
So when somebody commit, they don't know
How to do a single push-up.
Then they don't
but
get
then
to, they don't come
They
to
don't
chat.
even get nominated.
Yeah, they don't even get nominated. You have to
Yeah.
be. It's invite only.
Oh,
So you have to.
Oh, yeah,
before
we ain't playing.
yeah, if I
Yeah,
bring
it's
somebody into the
okay.
chat, you better
All
believe
right.
me and Jay having a conversation first.
If I ever ask
facts.
you to join that chat, tell me no.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't even
Oh,
get
don't
nominated.
worry.
Don't
No.
invite
And
me.
I be
Don't
having
worry.
folks that might hear about the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
I have folks that hear about it. Hey, bro, I want to get down. I'm like, bro, I
Yeah.
know you could probably do 1,000 a week,
Yeah.
but can you do it every week?
Can you do it when you're sick? Can you do it when you don't feel good? Can you do it when something happened to your car and you're not sure how you're gonna get to work?
Right.
Can you do it when you haven't got much sleep because you had to pick up an extra job?
Right.
You
I'm
know,
the bad person.
See, to everybody else, it just sounds like push-ups. It just sounds like crunches. But everything with Jay is next level, and he's trying to get men on the same page to understand that our mindset got to be different. Like if we gonna start having families, if we gonna be relationships, if we gonna be raising families, like we got to think in a
Right.
no excuse mindset.
Right.
Okay.
So the way that he treats us in this chat is as if this is our job that we've committed to, and as if we all know that not only am I doing this for me, but I'm my brother's keeper. Like I
Right.
don't take Jeremy seriously if I don't do my stuff every week, because I look at what his commitment was to me as a joke. I didn't look at it as serious
Right.
as everything else I had going on in my life. So there are a few times when people
talk a good one.
people talk.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
show me.
Show me. When-
Then it's not just, can you do 1,000 push-ups every week and 1,000 crunches? You got to post it
You got to
too.
post your numbers.
Okay.
So I be
sometimes,
having cats, the last post might be like, all right, 800 push-ups, 800 crunches on Saturday. And by Sunday midnight, the next morning, we like, bro, you ain't hit your numbers. Oh, yeah, I hit them, but I forgot to post. It don't count.
That was me. Our first year.
It don't count.
I would be working and I'd be doing it with other stuff. And then what happened, I'd be like, well, at least I did it. Next morning, Jay's on me. And I'm like, Jay, I finished. He's like, but you didn't post, Mike.
didn't
Right,
post.
that's the thing.
You
It's the-
didn't.
yeah, it's the consistency.
You didn't keep your commitment to your brothers in this
Yes.
chat. You doing the work is applaudable, but if I don't know you did it, it don't exist, bro.
Here we go. Because last
Like-
time I checked, when I was in school
Yeah.
and I do my homework, if I don't turn it in,
It don't
I
count.
promise, Miss
It
Parker,
don't
I did my
count, right.
homework. I did the project.
Right.
She like, but where it's at though?
That's
You never
crazy.
posted it.
Yeah.
And it's the principles. I'm like, I know cats can do 100 diamond push-ups. I know you
Yeah.
can do 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 crunches every week. But can you do it every single week, even when you're sick? Can you do it every single week and remember to post? So it was times when Mike was like, bro, I did it. You know I'm good for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you good for it. I know you're not lying.
you
But
didn't post
you gotta
it.
post it.
Facts.
You gotta say mission accomplished.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And those are the small things, you know what I'm saying, that take us to the next level. It's those small details right there. If I'm GM and I'm building a whole GNC Yukon Denali, but I leave one little bolt off the engine, one little small bolt.
Yeah.
It's probably 0.1% of all the material in this big old Denali.
Yeah.
But if I leave this one little bolt off the engine, eventually that's gonna have some issues. And so that's why we push each other in our group
Yeah.
chat.
And I love it.
Which is what made it so much more impressive about B. Because not only is he locked up in this cold, nasty cell, but then when he is out for 6, 7, 8 hours,
Yeah.
he out in the hot sun working, and he's still hitting his numbers.
What-
Bro, do
how
you
mu-
remember when he was going above and beyond and he was going crazy
Bruh,
with the numbers?
My man would do 1,200 push-ups and crunches.
I'm talking about
Oh, he
extra.
said
I'm
level
That's why I'm
up,
telling Tim, I'm
level
like,
up.
Tim, bro, you got the best abs, you got the best physique,
Yeah.
but that's why I'm on his head so
Yeah,
much,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm like, bro, you can go home and get in your bed at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You can go to LA Fitness and work out.
Yeah.
We ain't got no excuses.
Yeah.
Okay, so what year did y'all start?
Well, it's been going on for at least, 6 years? 5, 6 years? It's-
Every
Y'all
year
been
too.
doing
It's-
1,000 push-up every week for the last 6 years.
Yeah, and
Yep.
here's the crazy thing: dedication,
Dedication.
hard work, plus
And that's,
patience.
and
Shout
that's
out
the
to
reason
Nipsey.
why.
Shout out to Nick.
That's
Yep.
shout out to my dog.
Yeah.
I wish he was my dog. But shout out to my dog.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the reason why the things that I struggle with the most I get so frustrated with? Food. Because I know that the physique that I want is underneath my discipline. Like, what I want to look like is underneath me just being consistent or truthful to what it is that I create. Yeah, it's easy for me to be accountable. Loyalty for me is breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never had an issue for that. Matter of fact, any trouble I got in life is probably due to that. I probably got in 2 fights my whole life for myself. But we was fighting all the time.
Yeah.
And it all came down to loyalty. So when I'm saying like being accountable, that ain't no issue. But when it comes to myself, setting something for myself, it's like, all right, Mike, maybe. Right. Why do I cheat myself? B never had that issue. You know what I'm saying? B knew that. And that's why. So the reason why it hits me so hard, because ultimately we got the God thing, right? Be good. Like B was right with God. Like when we hit it on that level, like we go spiritual, like B was straight. Like B's good. If I do what I'm supposed to do again, I know I can see B again. It's on me now.
Bro, do you know how many people will call me, and they're not bad people, but they need advice, they praying, take. Bro, B was in the season the last few years. Hey, bro, what you need?
Facts.
I'm praying for you. I love what you're doing. I'm like, man, every time I answer the phone from you, bro, you speaking life to me. You ain't hit me with no drama. You ain't hit me with no sob story. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, it's crazy because I remember feeling guilty like, man, I should be encouraging you. You the one locked up.
Yes.
I'm getting off the phone feeling encouraged like,
straight up.
Thank you. I guess I can do it.
Right.
He like, bro, you got this. We need you. Keep at it. You excellent. You phenomenal. I'm thinking like, bro, you different. You know what I'm saying? And he did what he did. But going back to the other thing, because there's so much we can talk about, by the time he got out of jail and we didn't get to the other job, my man was able to buy his wife a brand new.
That's what I was going to ask. Okay.
I'm hating on that.
That's my dog right there.
Because I don't have a picture like that.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
God.
So he bought his
man,
woman
that big boy Volkswagen SUV. Or is it the Volvo? No, it's a Volkswagen SUV. That thing fire too.
Yeah.
It go.
That thing fire. All black with the black leather and the black matte rims. I'm thinking with the big red bow on it.
Yes.
I'm like, bro, you was just in jail the past 3 years.
I've been free.
They took 90% of your check, 95%, something criminal.
Yeah.
But man, focus, bro.
He make it happen.
Focus, bro.
He had
was
a
just
goal.
different.
He next level.
I could tell he was planning.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Very intentional.
Yeah.
Very strategic.
Very
And then
strategic.
after Moe's, but the general manager wanted him to be the manager up under him at Moe's. He remember thinking like, I might take this position, I'm not sure. I'm like, bro, you in work release, you locked up. How you finna be the manager right under the general manager?
How you got options?
God.
Right.
God, bro.
Next level.
Next level, dog.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And let me say this too. I want to be balanced. Yes, God. But there are atheists that don't believe in God.
Yeah.
And they experiencing amazing things.
Absolutely.
They put their work in.
Yeah.
So it's a balance.
Yeah.
Like everything I have, I'm giving all the credit to God.
Absolutely.
But he didn't just give it to me.
Right.
I had to put work in.
Absolutely.
I had to save. I had to make sure my credit was right. Like I had to do specific type of things. You feel me?
Yeah.
But when you got that balance, and so for him to be able to do that and excel, and then when he left Moe's, my man went to the car dealership. You're not even ready for this. Do you know? For over a year, he was the #1 salesman every single month.
Oh, yes.
Stupid.
Yes.
How?
Bro. And
Come on, dog.
He just.
Bro, yes. Oh my goodness.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
I need to find a producer. We need to make a movie.
Bro,
no
just
cap.
Listening to his manager speak about him and his coworkers speak about him at the funeral.
Right.
Like that, bro, when I saw them coming out to the viewing and I just saw all the people from his job coming out.
Right.
And I was just like, I'm talking about in their clothes, coming from work.
Yeah.
I'm like, for him and the way that they talked about him, it's just like, it makes you proud to know that somebody else saw him the way you saw him.
Yeah, and it shows you that he wasn't just phenomenal in our group chat.
Exactly.
Because it'd be one thing if he killing it. And so I'm talking to some of our listeners now. You killing it with your homeboys, but your wife might think you average. You know what I'm saying? Or you might be Mr. Casanova with your girl or with your husband, but then you decent with your, you know what I'm saying, with your boss or with your job.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you might be, or you might be phenomenal at your job. You might be top salesman of the year at your job, but your kids never see you. Come on, now we talking like next level living.
Yeah.
It's like you got to hit in all these areas. And you're not going to automatically be a phenomenal, like the big homie, mentor E.T., he talked about a triple-double. You got people who can get points all day long. But when you can get points and some rebounds and some assists,
let somebody else eat. Yeah.
and you're not getting caught up with no outside scandals.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference there.
Facts.
And so when we look at B, that's what amazed me. It's like, oh, he was a true B to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying the same thing. He different. He special. He rare. He went above and beyond. He spoke life to me. That's why for 3 hours we sit outside of his memorial service crying our eyeballs out because we like, man, God, you took a real one.
And you know, I think in our communities too, a lot of people they lack the tools and knowledge to even be able to do that, to live next level. All they've seen generationally is like their parents working or the father figure, mother figure, whatever, working in the household to where they didn't have time for the children and it's just acceptable. But if you don't accept that, that's just normal, and you step outside of that and find the tools so that you are able to do all these things, then that is when you start to thrive. But we, like a lot of people in the community, they just don't know how to do it.
Right.
So we got to get into at some point like how to do this.
You don't know. It's like you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
And that's why that's why you gotta be willing to tap in. So remember yesterday or this morning what I was doing with the rainwater?
Oh. All right, y'all. So
Then I'm gonna tie it back in.
Let me just put it out here, y'all. Y'all know I love Jay. Y'all know this is my big bro. This dude's a weirdo. Like, no. Like, y'all, let's just go ahead and just throw it out there, man. Like, the dude is weird, right? Like y'all see him, you looking at him, he's all strong, he's all passionate, he's all serious. No, this dude is into some weird stuff. Like, this dude is fascinated with plants. Fascinated, like, to the point, like, the things that he gets excited about. Like, Jay, I love you, bro, but what's up? Like, we're out at the restaurant yesterday, and it starts raining. And all of a sudden, he's like, Jewel! And I'm just like, oh, shoot, what'd she spill? And she's like, yes, Daddy? He's like, did you remember the buckets outside for the water? And I was just like, what does this have to do with the price of tea in China? Like, what does this have to do with anything? Like, this is so random. I'm like, the buckets outside, I'm trying to put two together. I'm getting three. I'm like, what is happening? Like, what's going on? She's like, oh, I might. He's like, I see him make a face. I'm like, bro, why you worried about buckets? We ain't ate all day. We about to eat. Like, we are good right now. Like, he's like, nah, man, I need this rainwater. I need to collect this rainwater. I'm like, okay. Rainwater, okay, cool. What's up with the rainwater? And all of a sudden he starts telling us about how he has a friend. What's your friend's name?
Ryan. She's a plant specialist.
He has a friend named Ryan.
I don't know if that's the right term, but she's like botany all into plants and earth.
But his friend Ryan is basically putting him on and saying that the tap water that he's been given to plants, or that we tend to give plants, was actually more harmful for the plants than actually good for them. So he was like, the best thing for plants is rainwater. So ever since then, she was like, if you can collect rainwater, you can actually make sure that more of your plants are thriving and living in a more healthier space. So this dude, now his mind goes to his plants, no matter where we are, as soon as rain starts falling. It starts raining. We look outside, it's pouring, and I'm just like, oh, shoot, are the windows up? Because the way he jumped, I was like, oh, shoot, the windows was down in the truck.
No,
oh, shoot, everything's soaked. He's like, no, I'm thinking about another life that depends on me. Intentional, next level. And so you can take it from there.
So I'm a weirdo. I'll take that, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You different, my bad.
Yeah.
You different.
No, I'll take weirdo. I'm good. I ain't tripping.
Okay.
But I do want to highlight, and I'm gonna tie it back to B, is so we got buckets to collect the rainwater because the water we was given from the tap because we don't know better.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Like when you know better, you got to do better. And so Ryan, our plants, we buying all these exotic plants around the crib, and it's just like, yo, these, like, how come they not thriving? Like, is it too much water, too less, not enough sunlight? And so she's been saying that these plants need lots of sunlight, these don't, these are snake plants, like all these different things, but the water we've been giving it has been hurting it. So now I'm like, yo, whatever it takes to make sure it gets the best water. So some people will complain, oh, it's raining. I'm like, praise God, it's raining. Perspective.
You was looking forward to that.
You can't grow without rain. You feel me? And so, but I think about that to say, when you were talking about B, and you were talking about like the life he's living, and you were like, man, that's next level. A lot of people don't even know to look for that. Like Brian was showing them, like, this is what you do.
Yeah.
This is why I feel like, man, we needed him. Like, he was different. But that's why Q got the content on my page and on his page. We're gonna make sure that the world hears his voice and his story, which is why we taking time to curate conversation about him today. You know what I'm saying? Because he was different. In every place he went to, he grew. You know what I'm saying? In every place he went to, he flourished, he thrived.
He thrived.
That's when Ryan says, "Oh, Jeremy, this plant's thriving." Man, that made me feel proud. I ain't gonna lie to you, Q.
Yeah.
But she's like, "Oh, this one's really thriving." I'd be like, "Let's go,
Let's go."
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I want to thrive.
Let me see this again. What you did?
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Got strong, man.
you know what I'm saying? But I like to hear that. But when
Yeah.
but you got to be sure to put the right stuff, and that's what we're gonna talk about now.
Yeah.
We got to be sure to put the right stuff in the plant so we can thrive. So I'm wondering why Brian, regardless of wherever he was planted, because I believe like, yo, you got to grow where you planted.
You gotta go
So
where
wherever Brian was, so when he was on the road with us, he thrived. Powerful speaker, right? When they put him in jail, he thrived.
Yeah.
My man was ministering to people, praying for people. People was coming to Christ while he was in jail.
Facts.
At the car wash, thriving. At the walking the moles, you know, it's in the burrito spot, Mexican
Facts.
spot, thriving.
Yeah.
Car dealership for almost a whole year, #1 car salesman
That's crazy.
every single month,
That's
thriving. I'm like, how, bro, with this energy? These other people, I guess they average, not bad people.
Yeah.
They're not bad people. They're human. They probably love the Lord. But average, they go home to their comfortable beds with their wives and children, and they average selling 12 to 13 cars a month. Brian they on average, he on next level. And even though he got to go to jail at the end of the day and sleep on that hard bed and be in that nasty, piss-smelling environment, he still comes back with that grind every single day, top salesman by far.
That's crazy.
How is he able to thrive? Now we got to think about the nutrients going within. So I don't want to just talk today
Take us
about
there, bro.
Brian and how dope he was. I want our next levelers all across the globe, all the people that's listening to our podcast is in our community now. I want them knowing the same nutrients that he got.
Yeah.
It wasn't the artificial, like it wasn't the little fabricated, the little tap water.
Yeah.
Like he got that rainwater.
Yeah.
He got that thing from above. That rainwater hit different. So I've got plants. I can get regular tap water. You know what I'm saying? That man, I got all sorts of chemicals and stuff in there. But when I get that water from outside, boom, that had my plants thriving and growing on a whole nother level. And so I'm like, how did Brian do what he do? The nutrients. He had that time with God. So whether he was on the road with me, whether he was in jail, he always had that alignment. He always was in tune with God. He always kept his heart and his mind pure. Different.
That the reason why I say it hurt me so much, because like I said before, I know he good with God. This comes from a selfish place. You know what I'm saying? Because God's ways are not our ways, but man, I saw so much for B, man. Like, I just, you see him go through something, you see him stand tall, and you just like, bro, here come your rainbow. Here come your moment.
Right.
Like, you about to step into this because you're prepared for it. You're prepared for it. And then so to see me, who God has blessed with an ability, and not take advantage of it every moment, to not stand up, I'm like, God,
Come on, bro.
why you let B go?
Come on, bro.
Like I don't want to die, God, but we can't choose B. Like, B ain't the one we take. Like, B is the one who's ready. Like God, like I want to be my best self. I want to be the person that you called me to be. But B is being exactly what you called him to be. He's doing exactly what you asked him to do. Like, if we gotta choose, God, I gotta be that person. Like, I'm the person that's playing with your grace. I'm the person taking advantage of these moments. Like, I'm the person like not making the most of every second that you gave me. You gave me enough chances. We had enough time. I know that you was counting on me to do it. I accept the fact of responsibility. I let you down. But we go use B. Like, B's been here. Like, B's gonna do this. Like, B's gonna hold you. So when I hear that, when I'm sitting here breathing air that B no longer has access to, I'm like, God, what you need from me, man? Because I refuse to live a life in vain after seeing my brother give everything to make sure that you was glorified. And that's why now, 5 years ago, I wasn't ready when you called me for the Grace Tour. I wasn't ready when 6 years ago when Jay asked me to be a part of the tour, when he told me like, oh, hey, yo, Mike, we about to do something, man. We about to be all over, bro. We got to do this. I'm like, oh, I just started flying. Is there a way I can do both? Jay's like, nah, man. If you're going to do it, I need you to be all in. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go this route. And like he said, like with the agent, I'm not mad that I did because I needed my extra time. But where we at right now, after seeing my brother in this chat, after seeing him outside and give everything, I ain't holding back. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time. Tomorrow ain't my responsibility. Yesterday's gone. All I got is today, and B lived that every single day. He was next level with every single thing. So when I sit here and somebody asks me like, Mike, you not scared of this next role? For what? Tomorrow ain't up to me.
Right.
I'm just committed to today.
Right.
That's what I saw my brother do.
Right.
B gave next level every single day. And so if that's all you want from me is everything I got today, you got it.
Facts.
You got it. Because that's what I learned from my brother. Next level, bro.
Yeah, it was. I think it's real and powerful what you said. Like, yo, don't take B, take me. You know what I'm saying? When you like, yo, I'm the one playing with grace. Like that's a deep, statement. And we often wonder why. And Isaiah 55:8-9 says it best. My ways are not your ways, says the Lord. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Like how much differently God thinks than we think is how the far from heavens from the earth. Like we can't even begin to comprehend. I don't know the molecules and the stuff that's in the rainwater that makes it more powerful and better than the regular type. Like we can't even begin to imagine that. But I do think it's something where we say, you know what? Like I trust you. You don't make these happen. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I think what's so painful about this situation, this is what I hope people get from our convo, is when B did his 3 years and finally was released, he was back reunited with his family.
Yeah.
Like what breaks my heart is the 3 years that Sophie was praying to have her husband back. You know what I'm saying? The 3 years of the holidays, him not being in their bed, like no Christmas morning, no Thanksgiving, like no school recital, like for Lil Taya, his baby girl, like 3 years of that. And to finally have him back, only for 10 months later, you know what I'm saying, God lays him to rest. Like, that thing hurts. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's in these moments where we get stronger in a sense.
Yeah.
You hate it, it's not there, you don't like it.
Yeah.
But bro, when I look at Sophie,
Yeah.
bro, when I look at Sophie's strength, as she grieving, crying every day, but vocal now. She's on social media now.
Facts.
She's talking about her journey now.
Bro, she got me to start doing therapy. Like Ebony and Sophie are the reason why I started therapy. Because I've been putting it off. And she's like, Mike, don't cheat yourself. This grieving is the healthiest part. That you're gonna be, this is what's gonna ensure that you make it through this. Like while she's going through it, she's telling me, Mike, you gotta get yourself, you gotta get into therapy. Like I'm not playing, like you have to do that, or you're not gonna be healthy for nobody else. Like Ebony and Sophie are the two people that have been on me with this. And now that I'm in therapy, guess who the first people I called when I got signed up? Man, Sophie, guess what? Ebony, guess what? Like this is about to, and Sophie is sitting there, Mike, I'm so proud of you. She just grieving her own husband. And she over here celebrating me for what I'm going through while feeling a much deeper pain. Like, it's next level, bro. It's so different.
Yeah, I felt like, after the first few weeks, like I felt like I was good, but it's like every conversation, every interview, it would just break me down again. Just because I just, you have so many things that you wish, saying that you would have said.
Yeah.
You have so many other experiences and some other plans.
Yeah.
The last time, he was at the crib, and, we was kicking it, and we had just got done with the conference.
Yeah.
That him and Sophie sponsored. They gave so much, bro.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like they gave so much. Yeah. Like they was just like, yo, bro, we want to sponsor the conference. I'm like, yo, we good. He's like, Negro, let me write a check.
Yeah.
And they sponsored the conference, and we spent a few days together, and we were here like in the downstairs like lounge area, playing pool, kicking it. And he was like, bro, I got some ideas of some things I want to share with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop it to you. He was like, all right, this is what it is. And the kids was crying and doing something. And I had to give Jackson a bath. And I said, bro, I know you're leaving tomorrow. I'm gonna call you, man.
Yeah.
and we gonna have a conversation. He was like, all right, bet. And man, had I known.
Yeah, bro. It's good, man. Let that out, bro.
Like what people say. What people say, tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah. You feel it. Yeah.
Like, man, you have so many regrets.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, like he just lived life. He lived that thing to the fullest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
It's cool, bro.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, bro.
He just.
So a part of me had to like switch something inside my brain, right? Where I'm
Yeah.
like, because I wanted to hear the idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
plan. I wanted to hear it.
Facts. Yeah.
I was exhausted.
Yeah.
We had a 2-day conference. The kids, I was just like, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And life happens, man, and you just feel so dumb, and I'm just so angry. Like, I wish I should have listened. You know what I'm saying? I could have gave my man an hour, but you take life for granted.
Facts.
I'm like, bro, we planning trips, bro. We planning vacations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get them to move to Atlanta.
God's not gonna take B. We know that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, that's the last, bro. It's the last thing on your mind, dog. I'm like, he out now.
Yeah.
I got him with David.
Yup.
David redid his website. Like, it's just, bro, it's absolute, bonkers, man. And when this type of thing happens, you just kind of feel like, it's not fair, and you have all these different regrets. But I have to think, I do a Jedi mind trick with myself, and I say, what would B tell me? And B would be like, hey, bro, we ain't living with regrets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I promise you, he'd
Bro,
be like,
you
Jay.
know, you,
Right,
bro,
if B was here right now, Q,
100.
you already know. He'd be like, hey, bro, like don't do that, Jay.
Facts.
You gonna see me soon, like, get busy.
Facts.
Do what I can't do. That's the realest thing you said this whole podcast, bro, is when you said, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna take advantage,
Facts.
like, of the grace. I gotta live every single day to the fullest, because that's what he did.
Bro, regret will knock out fear, bro. Regret will completely knock out fear, bro. Like, fear is pride. It's self-based. I'm afraid because of how it will affect me. But when you regret, bro, when I have to think about what I was afraid of in terms of life compared to whether or not I would get my brother back, bro, I'll walk into the fire.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you ain't gotta tell me the temperature, bro. Let's just step. Let's just go.
Facts.
Like, I'm rocking. And so at the end of the day, what I want our next levelers out there, what I want for y'all to know is that when it comes down to this thing that we call life, when it comes down to that thing that you really want to do, when it comes down to what it is that you know in your heart that nobody else knows, that God has called you to do, or that you know that you need to do in life, like, don't worry about yourself. Don't worry about every detail. Pastor Bishop T.D. Jakes said something that impacted me, and I'll end on this. He said that his son was worried about his next steps in life because he wasn't sure that he wasn't sure if he would waste his time by putting all this effort into school or something after school, and then what if he changed his mind? Yeah. He's like, Dad, what if I just waste all this time? His dad said, son, if the thing that you put all this effort into don't lead to you becoming successful, he said it will be the thing that leads to the thing that causes you to be successful. Y'all, go all out. Next level is like, put everything into what it is that God has called y'all to do. I want y'all to go in and put everything you got into whatever God has given you. Whatever space you're in right now, put everything there. Because if that's not the thing that's going to take you to be successful, it's going to be the thing that leads to the thing based off of your desire and your commitment to what God placed in front of you right now.
Facts. Facts, man.
That's next level.
Yeah. And what's interesting, man, that's powerful, bro. When he passed, I told Sophie, you gonna be Gucci. Like, he ain't gotta worry about nothing. Now, I am my brother's keeper.
Yeah,
I'm like,
done.
you Gucci. But to see her strength, bro, you know what I'm saying? To see her girls that held her down, just the family coming together, it's truly different. And I do want to do this. I got a copy of his book here, The Plug. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see that, but The Plug.
Yeah.
This book here, powerful, powerful testimony.
Yeah.
Powerful. And so I'm gonna say right now, for all of y'all, the book is available. All proceeds from the book goes to his foundation and his daughter. So I believe if you go to theplugbook.com, I'm gonna put it in the credits. So if you're watching this online, then you'll see it. And if you're listening to it, it'll be available. Q, just make sure to put that in there. Theplugbook.com or briantheplug.com, something along those lines. But we're gonna
we'll
make
sure it's in there.
Yeah. Yeah, let me find. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Hold on a second.
But yeah,
And while you're doing that,
go
I just
ahead.
want to thank you guys for like sharing your stories and being vulnerable for real.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, you know, it's not a safe place to be vulnerable, but you guys did that, and I could see the love y'all have for him. So I just want to thank y'all for that.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it. briantheplug.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, briantheplug.com is where you can get his book, Powerful Story, Crystal.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to give you
I would
some
love to
copies
read
for
it.
when you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, when you go back. But yeah, so let me just wrap this episode up, man, and I'll just say this, tomorrow is not promised. Crystal, Mike, we gotta live every day.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's our last.
Yeah.
We got to be phenomenal in everything we do. We can't be above reproach. We got to stay humble, hustle hard.
Yeah.
We have to put our absolute best out there, use every opportunity to speak life and to bless other people. And that's exactly what Brian did. You know what I'm saying? And so when you talk, like when I see Next Level Living, bro, like I see his face. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, he was different. He was one of our first models with his pretty boy self.
Bro, facts. Bro, that's one of my gorgeous friends, bro. Like that's one of the ones, you know what I'm saying?
You stupid.
Bro,
You dumb. So that's what you was on.
Bro,
you can't take a 10, God.
Bro, I can't take that, bro. B got that one, bro. B got that one. I be like, y'all, I was like, sweetheart, I'm not showing you my friend for you to talk to him. He got somebody. He good.
Right, facts.
I'm just saying, listen to what he's saying.
Right,
She's like,
right.
but is he single though? He's not.
Right.
He's definitely not single.
Sophie don't have to cut you. Tracy will.
Facts.
Ebony or Sharice will. Right.
Well, Mike, I just wanted to let you know he fine. Thank you. I know.
Right.
I know Brian fine. You know what I'm saying?
Brian
to my
was
dude,
different.
man.
Brian was special. And so now I employ all of our next levelers out there, everybody in our community, everybody that's rocking with us. It's our responsibility to be different. It's our responsibility to be special. It's our responsibility to live life every single day on that next level. It's our responsibility to be willing to be planted wherever we are, but be willing to grow, be willing to thrive, be willing to make whatever adjustments we have to make to go to that next level. It's the constant pursuit. Every time he was in a different jail, every time he went from a different place, from the car wash to Moe's to the car dealership, even though he was gonna start just washing cars and they elevated him, everywhere he was planted, he grew and he flourished. And it's possible for all of us to do that because of our perspective. Brian never
he
said
plugged in.
he plugged in. The plug, that hence the plug.
Yep.
The book is the plug, what everybody is searching for. And it's street terms, because in the dope game, either you are the plug or you got a plug.
Yep.
But he talked about the power of plugging into the power of God.
Which is connection.
Is connection. And that's
all.
what he did with people. He connected with people. Whenever I talked to him, I never felt drained. I always felt full. And I'm like, bro, you ain't finna just pour into me. I'm finna just pour into you, bro.
Facts.
We finna be like backwashing back and forth, pouring into each other. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty,
So
but yeah.
that is nasty, right? But what I want everybody to know is like, for real, like take to heart and say, okay, how can I grow? What adjustments can I make? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I go to that next level? That's what next level living is all about.
Yeah.
It's the constant pursuit to be everything that God has called us to be. So when I look at Brian and I look at the life he lived, every situation, every place, every milestone, you know what I'm saying? Every challenge he was dealing with, he continued to grow and excel, give God credit, stay humble, stay down, but uplifted other people. And I feel like, man, that's what next level living is all about.
I'm on another level. 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 I'm on another level.
As Brian is concerned, people are wondering, like, why'd you choose B? And I feel like I chose B because B chose God.
what it is an opportunity to share with others what God is doing for and through me, to share my experiences, where he's brought me from and where he's taking me to. To make it here from the life that I've lived is nothing short of amazing. It's nothing short of the actual manifestation of God's grace.
I was just trying to go to a quiet place with God. I know I've been called to a specific thing. None of this is by my doing. It's only because I'm being obedient and told God that I'm willing to do whatever you ask me to do. So I was just in a place where I was trying to get to where he needed me to be, to say what needed to be said for the people we were talking to.
When I was baptized, I saw that it wasn't just for me, because when my grandfather came limping towards me with his arms open to me, let me know that it was an answer to prayer. So never stop interceding for the people you love. I am your grandson, your brother, your nephew, your cousin. I'm him that you feel you can't reach, but you can pray for.
We're living proof that your circumstances don't define you. What you're going through right now doesn't have to be where you stay. You can use this and grow from it. Use whatever pain there is. Use whatever struggle there is. Use all the experiences, because that's going to be what you can use to talk to somebody else one day. I just want to say praise God for the work. I want to thank everybody who was a part of it. And I just want to say let's keep going. Let's keep growing. That's what we're about. Grace Tour.
I was in Gainesville, Florida when we started off this tour, and it was a gentleman that stayed in Tent City, which is a camp for homeless individuals, displaced people in society. And he told me, he gave me an haiku for a grace man. And he said, God's redemption at Christ's expense. And it hit me, and I was like, okay. You know, even though I had been on a path of trying to follow God now and committed to it, I understood then what he meant and what Jesus really did for us.
And I love being out in the community because it just lets everybody see that we're just regular people. You know, we were once a certain way that we've been delivered from. And a lot of times churches want to bring everybody into the church. Well, you've been trying to do that for years and it's not effective. So I love coming out here because you meet them right where they are, they're more receptive.
And be revived. Like, God, I choose you today, God. Use me today, God. Have your way with me today, God. If we're not actively doing that each and every day, then what are we actively doing? Who are we actively serving?
What are you connected to? Because what you're connected to ultimately determines your success or your failure.
Every year that I've come back here for the past 2 years, I've been fighting a different case for something I did 3 years ago. Still paying for the things that I thought was cool, still paying for the things that I thought was satisfying me. And I'm a completely different person than I was back then. And my transformation came when I made a choice. I pray that you get plugged into the source that's got unlimited resources, and I'm talking about God, because Jesus is the plug to God. He made a way for you all when he died for us on the cross 2,000-something years ago. Plug into what you need in order to be successful. Detach from anything that drains your battery cell, and I promise I'll see you on that next level in life. That means you're gonna give him your all, ain't you? That means that you're gonna do everything you need to do to protect your brother, right? Oh, so you gotta do that in life too. Being smart is the new cool. Knowledge is worth more than money. Because if I give you $1 million, you're gonna be broke next year. But if I teach you how to make $1 million, you're gonna be able to learn how to make it over and over again, right? What I've learned is being selfless. More and more service you are to people, the easier it gets. And I've got a lot of shoes. And I saw my man with, some messed up shoes on, and I was just thinking, like, I know if that was me, I would have been prayed, like, God, I need some shoes. So I knew God told me to give him some shoes, and don't you know, they fit him perfectly. He said he wore a size 10.5, he really wore a size 8.5. And that don't just happen, So I'm just thankful to be used. Like, what I see every day is purpose.
If you ain't never been through something, who are you gonna talk to? So I ended up having a few people and a couple of my partners get baptized. I said, hold up. This is a whole new feeling than besides getting that pack across.
I encourage anybody else trying to or struggling to make a decision, is just ask God to help you make it. He's the only teacher I know that'll teach you a lesson and the whole time has the answers. And I'll give them to you.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see